Alright, what is up? What's going on, team? We are back with another amazing video here on Ray County Extended. And this is the row crop version of the map with Thundar's new and really awesome row cropping capabilities. They have Giants has no other option but to include this in the next game. I'm just gonna be real. The system that they came out with is cool and all. Excuse me while I step away from the computer. I gotta go check on my puppy, but it is amazing. Okay, he's playing his sleeping. Alright, cool. But nevertheless, this is pretty cool. I've been working with them myself, advocating for the Southerners, and getting things like skip row cotton put in, which he has implemented that in, and it looks freaking amazing. The fact that you can do this row crop is crazy, because the way he explained it is basically when you're planting, you can pick a. We're gonna fast forward time here, but you can pick a. You can tell you basically you can, with the way his script, you can dictate what you want to do. So if I'm looking at these soybeans like skip row, I can plant 1, 2, and I can skip 1, 2, and I can skip. You can do 3, 1, 2, 3, skip. You can. It's a lot you can do, and guess what? You don't even have to do anything to the planner other than put a one line in that is a configuration set that tells his script what spacing that you want to plant, whether it be 30, 15. He's working on serial crop spacing, so 10 and 11. And 40, and now skip row, which I think is pretty damn cool if you ask me. More to follow on that, but updates as far as what we've been working on, what you're about to get here in a little while, especially my testers, is we have finished the roller cone series that we were working on. So here is, and we actually added one. This was not a part of that. It's something I did later on, because roller cone is actually pretty awesome in how they make their stuff, where they make the toolbar and then everything just to the toolbar. So you can literally do whatever you want, whatever configuration that you want. And the way I separate it is, so I'm going to make this a 30-inch row spacing. I can. If I don't, then I don't have to, which is pretty damn cool. But as of right now, everything's set up on 40s, and how we release it would be set on 40s. Now, just let you know that you can go in there and update that yourselves if you so choose. But this is the 6-row 6R40. We'll go into the store and we'll play around with some options. Don't mind the picture. I gotta retake the picture of the 12. It doesn't. I had it not folding past 90 degrees, really past 80 degrees at first. But we fixed that. So now it's like at 91. I had to go back in and offset some things so that things can go into the bar and all that other stuff. But we do have a 12 row. As you can see, logs are pretty clean other than somebody else's stuff that we're running in game. But yeah, this is the 12 row, 12R40. And you have the 6R40. Yep. So we have those, and of course we have the subsoiler ready to go. I just need to go in and test everything again, so I'll do that today. I'm off today, so I'll do that today. We'll test some things, and plus we got some cotton to pick ourselves, so we'll have plenty of testing around. Me personally, I like the 12. The 12 is cool, but I like this little 6-row, and I have the frame for 8. But the only reason why we're not gonna do an 8 is because the frame for that extends out to here, and you really see that in Texas. You don't really see it on smaller maps like Ray County or things like that. So I just decided this was as wide as I wanted to go, which is roughly 21.4 feet. So right here is where the start of the next 12 starts for the 12-row arc. So, but if I did it, I would have to do it on this frame. Of course, that would require me to put hinges on and fold and all that. I'm not doing that. So 6-row it is. So from different from last time, we have added shed, different grain setup. We have bought another truck, and just having a variety of options. We are running two case tractors. One is set on 40 inches. One is set on. This is Carl's Farms. So if you want this one, this is Carl Farms with the tank system that came from AW Modding. So I think it's a convert because the one I have from 22 was different. He had updated some things, so I don't know. Let's see. We might go in and just update that and bring that over. That's not mine to release. I won't speak too much on it. But this, I can't remember where I found this edit at. This is somebody else's edit. I wanted a case track on 40s for the longest. And he did it. So what I'm probably gonna do is take the wheel options from this tractor and put it on this tractor so we can run the tanks. Or I like the way Carl did his. Took the effort and separated a few things out that make the tractor a little more realistic to run. All right. So update on the KBH. I believe one thing I went back and did was I linked in the. Okay, cool. So yeah, we no more Bluetooth axles. I just got to replace the cleans on here, and I believe this can go as well. So hey, Patreoners, look out. We got something coming, and not just saying it to be saying it. It's really coming this time. Life's a bitch. All right. So what do we do? So we fast forward everything. We sprayed everything. Put the sprayer back in the barn. Let's fast forward time. This nice house. It kind of resembles my new build, which is funny. Somebody got my blueprints. Anyway, so I ain't into the open concept shit. That's not me. All right. Let's see here. Let's go to 8 a.m. So we're using different recording software today. So Mike's sounds a little different, a little more background noise. Yes, my puppy watches Bluey. I don't know. It's like a magical thing for dogs. They just like Bluey for some apparent reason. He will sit there and watch Bluey and then run to the door, look outside, watch the door. Max is crazy. This is crazy little happy little puppy. They get some on there from time to time, but he's been good today. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is I didn't buy corn heads for the 27150s, but I think what I want to do is go ahead and get corn knocked out. We don't have that many fields of corn. We had hella fields of beans, and when I first did this map before I went to the new version of it, I cut hella beans, so I'm not really trying to get into the bean cutting. I really want to pick a little cotton, get it out the way, but typically we pick cotton and cut beans at the same time, so we'll see. We shall see. Oh Lord, I'm just dropping stuff off my desk, so oh guys, stand by. Alright. So it's now October 1st. And it's a little fog. Damn, they still didn't grow? What? Oh, there it is. And the map had to update. The map just had to update. So soybeans are ready to harvest. I don't think the cotton will be ready, which is good. So we'll just not do that, and corn is ready. So yeah, that's what we'll do. And I'm thinking about not even running both of the 7150s just cause I don't really want to. So I think not for corn. That's a lot. Corn. Anyway, let's look into getting some corn heads. Matter of fact, where is our first cornfield? The game wants to save. Alright, so the first cornfield that we have, not to make nobody dizzy, because I do know dizziness is a thing with FS for some reason. I think we'll cut it 31 because we're gonna have like 3, but they're pretty sizable. Oh, we got 41 too, which is right. So this is what we'll do. We'll cut 47 and 31. We'll start there. Because in reality, we do have a ton of beans to get through. Like when I was on the other map, I had fully cut 42, 43, 41, 36, and 32, and 29. and that would have only left me with 30, 20, and 11, 3, and field 4 to deal with. But it's not that big of a deal. We can still 2 combines. We ought to be able to straight through it. Both of them 40-foot heads. That's 80 feet. Yeah, we ought to be knocking it out. Cause I was using a 45-foot head, so I'd have doubled my time. I mean, cut my time in half. But that sprite's hitting. All right, so let's start at field 47. We need a corn head, and unfortunately, we're gonna need a trailer because I had a map of space. It's a little tight. It's a little tight. Let's see. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. All right, so we got some corn head options here. So there's a Gurnoff, which I have got on the main site. But how many rows? Is this a 16 row head? Yeah, 16. I'm not trying to run that big. I thought they had different size options, but apparently they. Wait a minute. I did not know Gurnoff was in the game. You lying to me? Get the fuck out of here. Hey, where my antennas been at? I did not know. I forgot. Like, I stepped away from the game too long. Forgot. Oh, I got happy over there. I was like, oh, it's a girl up here. Woo. Didn't even realize that they had the freaking corn heads in game anyway. Or we can go with a case head. Let's change the logo. Let me see. I got these from somewhere. I always check them out. I cannot, me personally, guys, I cannot run headers if they don't. You know what? We can save ourselves the trouble of getting a corn head if we run a folding header. These are the older heads. Yeah, 340. Yeah, those are the older heads. Yeah, we can save ourselves the trouble again. So this is what we'll do. We'll just run the 12 row. Yeah, we'll just run the 12 row. Call it a day. And we'll run that bad boy gray. Keep that look up like, nah, gray it is. I think gray look good. Alright, we'll buy one for now. We'll see how the speed and intensity goes. Let's see here. Oh crap. I forgot when I put these in here. I barely got them in because of the load. I've been meaning to move them out. Put them in other shit. That's fine. I'm trying to figure out why my pedals are not working. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. Pedals are working. Alright. Yeah, but I got store deliveries because I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though the store right down the street, I was not finna keep running back and forth to the store to get stuff and set. That's my biggest pet peeve when setting the farm up. Typically, when I set the farm up, though, I will reset the farm up the buy boundaries back to the store. Just keep it realistic. But when you first setting the farm up, yeah, that sucks. It sucks. Oh yeah, my bad. I know I got follow me mod, so I took everything in one go. Yeah, so this is just a hell of a lot easier than trying to get a header trailer and put the header on the trailer. It's just actually a real life reason to buy a folding corn head. You really don't have to run a header trailer. Okay, so. Let's unfold our header here. And if I'm not thinking straight, all the corn should be planted going, I want to say, should be 0 to 180 degrees north and south. Oh, I need to unfold that. I mean, harvest it. Let's unfold that. There we go. All right, now. Our speed back to 6 miles an hour. First thing first, I'm just gonna, I know it ain't an all-road hitter, all-directional hitter, but we gotta get some headlands cut. And I can see our corn is not yielding worth a damn. The corn is not yielding worth a damn. Which is good, because I ain't gotta run. Look, I didn't plant this corn, so, you know, when I got in the game, I was like, I'm not spraying that. I sprayed the cotton on it. Because that's our cash. I meant to take our money back down to like 200 grand. Keep it realistic. I got a bin set up, but I'm not using it for this first season. Everything is being sold straight expo barbers. I'm like, oh my god, the yield is ass. What's going on? See, I get a line. Oh, I hate it. 0, 2 headlands. Okay. Alright. Start engaging GPS here. GPS don't like curves. Now, if I can shell 2 full headlands without needing a truck or any type of looking, I might have just need to bring a grain cart to this field. I just wanted to shell myself first. Oh shit. I got 2 GPS buttons set. Don't be lucky. That's a map. I got 2 GPS buttons set on my controller. I gotta fix it. I'm thinking about buying another Thrustmaster joystick. So if I'm running like S-Square, I like the terraform line. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to terraform a map that has terraform. It's universal, like a mining map, and like actually get into that. That's pretty cool. You know, or I thought about playing Construction Simulator as well. So I don't know. We'll see. Like this corn texture. Corn texture not bad at all. What is word? Dude, we have made it all the way around the field and have 4 fun. I can't even see corn in the grain. That is crazy. We might not even need a grain cart in this field. That made me want to go buy a big 16-row corn and effort it and keep it running. Look at this. You supposed to leave at least with poor conditions be 20%. How did we just 5%? got to be a bad pH, bad. This is insurance corn. I might as well pay myself $1 million in subsidies just for the loss of yield this year. No, this ain't it. I like all these twisted things in the field. It's pretty damn cool. That's why I like this map. I'm not gonna lie. I like this map because of the way it's set up. It's not square. Even it's a 1x map that run like a 4x map. Just because how the terrain is built, how the field sizing is working. Like the big fields are big, but for a single person to play, they don't seem too big. That makes sense. So like if I bring the map up, like the biggest field on here is 46, but I guarantee you field 46 doesn't run like a really huge field. Like it's doable in single player. GPS does not do a good job. It's heavily not missed. So we're making, why is this converted in hectares versus acres and bushels? Long story short, 8.5 tons. I think this guy, and our yield is at 57%. So we're making 57, 59, 60% of what the field actually produces. So meaning if we just run around the field and got 7%, we should at least got 16. Not 14 because it's not exactly half, but if the math and do the variation, it should be at least 16%. Which I don't even think that's true because oh, that's right, I ain't put GPS into it. Man, my bad, I wasn't even paying attention. I'm missing some. I didn't put GPS on until late in the game. When I think it was right here when I put GPS on. We'll snap it. We'll take it. I really didn't want to go around the whole field again. Bro, this is some crazy shit. I think that's what that means, though. If I'm not mistaken, that is what that means. That you're remember, I'm looking at the top left corner. So far, I have cut . We're just gonna bust the field open and see what we get. Because we averaging now 9.1. Why is it? Yeah, acre a hectare versus at least liters a hectare. That makes more sense. Might end up switching our corn. Nah, I got the 20-foot road first. I think I need. Alright, so it's 9. This is why I like doing the video things. You gotta go understand bagging up. My bad. might actually just go get the green card because it's looking like where you go. Whew. I've been doing good all day. Yeah. The minute I turn stream on, I want to yell. We need a vertical tail machine. Hint, hint. No, we got one. We got to make fun of it. Size some of this residue up for put some line down the size of residue up and run back over for the spring. Anyway, alright, let's on to some other news. So the talk of next projects for me. Well, with the introduction of skid row equipment has now been required, and I've already begun R&Ding some things for skid row. That's why a real reason why I wanted to make the roller cone equipment, because I wanted to get into skid row, like maybe playing skid row kite or something, you know, switch it up. But hell, we just not getting 40s to really work how we want it to work, which is interesting. Speaking of Thundar's row crop ready, is that because of how everything's set up, and he kind of figured out how the system works. So so every 0.125 in plane separation inside giant system is 5 inches. What he thought originally, but it's actually not exactly 5 inches. It's a little shot. So at 30 inches, the variation is almost none enough. Well, it's not noticeable. At 40 inches though, you start to notice that, oh, this is not exactly 40. So cotton is actually on 39.375, something like that, in the game for his version of row cropping, which makes sense because in 22 it wasn't exactly 40 either. It was actually a little bit higher than that. It was like 39 point. I want to say 39 point. Was it 9.7 or something like that? So, well, no, 8.7. So it's not exactly that, but you only see this variation at higher row spaces. So when we look at corn and beans, all that stuff will be pretty accurate. But anything, I don't really see nobody plant nothing above that anyway. Now, what would be interesting would be to see could be a twin row. I think that's my next thing with him. Is I'm probably gonna recommend that, hey, since we can do plane separation, how does twin row look? Because after that, like, I think Monison has a triple, but I don't know how many people really use that. I don't really see it prominent. It's not really a big thing in the YouTube world because I don't really see a lot of videos of people talking about it, people doing it. Most videos, I don't even see people do twin row like that. Most videos I look at when I'm looking at farming videos on YouTube is typically skip. I'm looking at Texas farmers and kind of deep southern farmers, sugarcane farmers, and I'm looking at 40 inch for like mid-south cotton, even though they have started playing cotton in the 30s in the mid-south, which is interesting, but they do this thing around 8-row cotton heads. And it's pretty. I don't know how to put it, man. I think Count off some trips off. Skip road, but I don't really see any other grow spaces that would be interesting. Just it'll be that and getting cereal crops like wheat, barley, canola, getting it like on 10 inches, 11, 12. I should have did another hail in. Well, corn gonna work like this, we'll be done in a day. Oh, buddy, this is not how you do this. This will have to work today. So one time. I want to play with my music playing. That's how I can play for so long, but if I do that, I can't record YouTube. So it's typically in my Discord channel only. Got the music playing. Oh yeah, by the way, hey man, if you're new to the video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Help the algorithm out. We also have links to Patreon, which are a lot of our beta testing goes for our mods. And now that we got a fixed R&D process, we'll pretty much never miss a month now, because unless something happens in my career and I can't be on a PC, but I got guys who, my goal is to get all the models that I want done for the next 6 months, and then I got guys who can get me, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, you can go to Patreon, be a part of that, voting, kind of behind the scenes, look into what we build and stuff like that, voting, ideas, suggestions, things of that nature. Now, I will say, if you want to join Discord, I did put a link in there. Discord is free. You just don't have certain access to certain channels, certain permissions in the Discord channel. You can sit in the Discord and post your pictures. All work in progress pictures are accepted on my Discord. I don't care who you are, you know, I just got simple rules. Come in there, just have some damn act right, you know, we can all get along. It don't get no easier, no fine cut than that. I'm not a hateful person at all, so I don't like to hate. It's a game at the end of the day. It's online, so I don't care how tough you think you can sound in a chat. Ain't nobody taking you seriously. So you might as well, you know what I'm saying, just be cordial with everybody. Also, link to Facebook where you're supporting updates. I share news from Giants. Also, my Discord has news from Giants, so if you don't happen to follow him on social media, you can get that there. All the releases, release schedules, new mods, updates, new DLC packs are coming out. Yeah, all the information flows to this. Join. But yeah, no, this really is a serious problem with in the community. Well, it's really southern, and I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying, killing the work in progress screenshot channel and a Discord, because you understand the evolution of how this shit. Back in 13, 15, we had like American modding, something like that, FS25, of course, then it migrated to Facebook, and I believe that's what really blew Giants up, was the fact that modders and the people migrated to Facebook, to social media platforms, and the game became a lot more popular then. But moving on with the story, and you know, now, you know, we had TeamSpeak back then, and now we got Discord. So, you know, Discord by far to me is the best way to communicate with people. Best forums, best way to get quick responses on help. Other than Facebook, more announcements, photos, look at me, look what I'm doing. So yeah, really like that we all migrate to Discord. But with that being said, you know, killing the work in progress and modding help channels in a Discord, period, I think doesn't do the community a service. Now, do have rules, and I think the biggest concern which I got from one of other modders that has a Discord is that you have people coming in trying to sell their Patreon mods. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you can go here for my Patreon mods. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, I don't think you should be able to do that. If somebody is like, hey, where you get that from, you can very much DM them on Discord and say, hey, this is my Patreon, blah blah blah. That's just a respect thing. And me personally, I've never done it, but me posting pictures of some shit I was working on, I finally struck some nerves in the community. My last thing is I don't want to make it because I'm really not. There's too many fucking assholes in the FS world, especially in the American community, for me to become one, and I'm not trying to be like that. I run a Patreon. I don't got time for the drama, the leaks, and all that. Keep that energy away from me, man. I don't need that. I know that I want to be a part. I've never been a part of it, so I try to keep it fair. That's why I run a Patreon policy, which is now in full effect, in full force. Everything that goes on there is coming out to the public. Period. That's why KBA spelled for it and the Tim Bottom Herald. Even though I have not worked on the stuff, the reason why it hasn't come out yet, I haven't fixed none of that. But I'm just gonna drop it anyway. It's a workable mod. You can use it. It's just some of the cosmetics, such as decals and tires options, I need to do again. That's it. So I'm just gonna drop that probably after this stream. Just go ahead and get it over so I don't keep procrastinating, and put the roller cone stuff on Patreon. So other people asking about that, and the KBH nurse trailer, which will be a follow on here in probably a week or so. I need to put the bigger tank on there and make an option. Figure out how I want to do these batches. I'm trying to actually get jugs, chemical jugs, to go with it, and have a tutorial on how you can change the image and text on the jug to have the chemical brand that you want to rep. Shout out to Spray Tech. I got Chase. You ain't heard about it. You learned about it. But yeah. But you have people doing that, and like I told the guy, it's a good reason, I understand. I just, personally, I felt attacked. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like not a competition. Me and him were kind of making some of the same things, but differently. And I guess his crew just viewed that shit as, oh, he coming over here saying what we got going on. He making da-da-da. I'm just like, buddy, this is not that. So I showed him, now we cool. You know what I'm saying? It's no problem, no issue. It's just not 20%. That's crazy. There's no issues to that 64 corner here. Anyway, so that's the inside scoop on that. This is my opinion. Now we get into Patreon. Honestly, I've shared my views before, but people do ask me like, how I feel about it. At first, when Patreon first came around, I thought it was a bad idea. I was like, you officially making FS at paywall. And that was assuming that the people who would make Patreons would make it paywall. But that has not been that. Shout out to OS Mapping and Marty. He's done a really great job at kind of buffering mods and actually releasing mods and stuff like that. I think that's pretty dope for him to do, and he's one of the better modders that we have in the community right now. Some of the other good modders have started that way. They kind of rush back, and I'm trying not to be a part of that, because that would create the environment that I was scared of when Patreon first came around, when a said modder did it. I don't know if he exists or not no more. Still, was kind of like doing that, but kind of not doing that. I don't want to make it a paywall, because to effectively make FS a paywall, you gotta have a way to lock your mods. Because if you don't have a way to lock your mods down, and eventually people will revolt, and it's kind of like a little mini civil war going on between the modder and the public. But everything he puts out is gonna be on, and you have Discord groups, you know, that I alias my way into, but that's their whole focus. They can't stand people who make private mods or keep mods private. They feel like it's kind of like the flat earthers. Like, you know, me being in the Space Force, I can tell you right now, Earth is not flat. There's no way it's be flat. You're gonna have a lot of shit not be possible. Three-body mechanics. The science has debunked flat Earth. Earth is not flat. I'm telling you now, Earth is not flat. All right, aliens are not real. All right, next. But anyway, so they just believe that you're not supposed to be able to have private mod. So like basically, if you have a private mod and you share a picture of it, that's against law. It's like, in my, I don't want to relate it to religion and like war, but it's this way it give, bro. It give like war, like, yeah, because you got this, you shouldn't post a picture of it. And the minute you do, you're hating instantly. Immediately. Like, well, how do you know this stuff exists? Like, that's information warfare at that point. That's like me saying, all right, that's like Giants coming out with a new game and then don't show pictures of the new game, but just drop the game. Who's gonna buy it? Who's gonna be excited for it? Who the fuck don't know that it exists? So that's why I'm like, it's such a horrible take. But everybody got their opinion, and like absolutely everybody got one. But yeah, they're really extreme on that. So when Patreon came around, they had the same fear that I did, instead of being proactive about it, and you know, kind of like coerce, kind of getting modest to like not do stuff like that. They just say, if you put your mind on Patreon, we're gonna leak it. Simple as that. And then you got some people who in there who like, hold up, wait a minute, guys. Like, I agree with y'all, but we don't have to necessarily leak the mod. Like, some guys actually released their shit after a certain amount of time and on Patreon. Patreon was, because there was always this big ass argument about the models put in all this time. If you make a 3D model in any other realm of gaming or just period, you get paid for it. You put it on Turbo Squid or some type of selling format for people to buy it. You know, anyway, so why FS can't do the same thing, you know? And at this time, instead of buying a model, you get a complete product. You get a product that's in game. You didn't have to make in the game become more enjoyable, you know? And the way I just see it is that that's not a bad take, but it ain't the best take, you know? But it just doesn't work out to do it, to have a paywall Patreon where you just only have your shit on Patreon, because eventually somebody's gonna get pissed. All the messages I get today about when it's coming out, bro, it's like the minute you start a Patreon, those when are you gonna release this become, when is this coming to Patreon, when is this, like at that point you're not obligated. You can't duck it. There ain't no ducking that fade, bro. Like, you can't duck the fade. Simple as that. You can't duck it, because they on your ass. You gotta, when people put that money, yeah, because you gotta think about the overall cost of Patreon. The overall cost of Patreon is like, I say the average you're gonna pay is $20. And that's averaging between the people who charge 15 all the way down to 10 for mods and maps, all the way up to 25 and 30. Like, I've seen it. Boom. So I'm at the 25 too. You know, because I decided to jump in the Patreon game. I'm jumping in late. I'm following the advice of people who came before me who doing it and actually do it the correct way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn. So if I really want to, you know, make money, woo, my whole goal is to get enough people on Patreon and drop the price down to $10. That's my whole goal. Like, you know how in real life you get a company, right? And I've owned a business before. A business model, so my business didn't go out. I just had to go act and do this, so I can't do it anymore. So I'm successful. Never went back. No jinx. But all I'm saying is that what I know is that the more money, typically how capitalism works, the more money is made, the higher the price will be. Or the more money somebody gonna try to figure out, we're making this amount of money now successfully, can we make more? Versus me, I'm more so like, alright, you get 300. This game has over 1 million people playing, from console all the way down to PC. Over 1 million. For a modder to make, I'm talking about, this is how crazy. This is how I know, like, people got the right idea. like when it comes to selling real estate, and selling books on how to do this and how to do that, and subscription to trade groups and all these other betting groups and shit. Basically, that's all Patreon is. It's just the FS version of that shit. And damn, I lost track of what I was about to say because it was gonna bring all this home. Oh god, give me a second. Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say. Basically, that's what this is. Like it becomes a paid, essentially almost a pay to play, but you don't have to. That's the thing with those type of models. You have to still pay. They're not just going. They may fuck around, get on the interview, and drop some free gems. You know, shit they saying, or just YouTube anyway. Because at the end of the day, if they didn't have a subscription source or a source where they got their information from, then why do you have to have it? It's just like, I don't have to go be on somebody's Patreon to mod. I already know how to mod myself, you know, so that eliminates that expense for me. I can now take that skill and make myself money, you know. And you got people effectively, I was talking about the quantity of people. So if 1 million people play the game and 300 people, let's say you get 300 people at $25. Now, I ain't gonna do, I'm maybe in the space was maybe a little smart, but that public math education do shit about sometimes. Give me a second to run that. So 300 people at $25. That is $7,000 a month in income. Effectively, you are making damn near 100K. You're making $90,000 a year for making mods on a video game. That's cool. I honestly don't see nothing wrong with it, because this shit is time consuming. And people cried with the Giants to make modding harder, and their response, so people couldn't just put any damn thing in game, which they did, but that also punished the actual modder who took the time to learn in the first place and then put up bullshit. But that's another conversation for another day. That's another segment. I'm not random, just I know the real issues that things that go on in the community that people don't know about. So for me, the reason why I want to drop the price is that, you know, I got friends who don't mod who are on people's Patreons, and I'm gonna be honest with you, out of all the Patreons that exist right now, if I was paying, it'd be only 5 people I'd be subscribed to. 5. Really ain't even 5. Really 4. I ain't even included because I'm be bullshit. But if I want bullshit, I would definitely be one. OS Mapping Forum would be one. LR Modding would be another one. See, he makes some really cool shit. Not gonna lie, he makes the cool shit. Whoever makes, I'm not counting people I just send $5 to support if I just had, you know what I'm saying? Who else? DR, but he had to go international for a while. But he makes pretty good damn maps. So I would have 2 map makers that I like, who make maps that I like. And I would have at least two modders who make mods that I want to play with. So let's do the math. And each one of those people are charging $25 to be in their testing tier, which means that the mod still comes out. I just get it early because I'm not entitled. I understand entitled. I don't want to wait on it. Let's just put it like that. I don't want to wait on the mod to come out. You know, he might fuck around and turn into a paywall modder. So let me just go ahead and just pay. I'm good. That's like $100 a month on the video game, bro. That's $100 a month. Granted, people do that for Call of Duty all the time, and all these other games. That's $100 a month you're spending just on 4 people at $25. So my whole goal is, okay, if 300 people give me 7,000 military, I'm an officer. I don't really need all this extra money. My goal is not to rob people. I'm just trying to, you know, make some change for my time. I go 300 people at $10, it's $3K. You lost half of your income, you know. So you go from $90,000 to $3,600, but if you're a person who this is not your everyday thing, why does that matter? It's just to supplement your income. I love it. Yeah, okay, cool. I get and then some of this money you're not even. And it's another reason why I say modders, Patreon is cool for modders, because it costs the mod now. It really does. Blender is free. Substance Painter is not free. Adobe bought that shit and they went sky high. So for Substance Painter, I can tell you right now, my subscription is $25 a month, and I got lucky and got it on Steam versus getting through Adobe, and that's how I was able to get that great rate. When I was in college before I graduated commission, I paid nothing. I had Substance Painter for free. I had it for free, but I'm just saying, man, it's not. Modding is not. Yeah, it's not free anymore. So you actually need to make some sort of money to supplement your time. It's time consuming. You got to think about the 3 factors. 3 factors. I always like 3. Number 2, number 1, 3. So you got 2 confirmations. And yeah, that's it. It costs a mod if you want to run Substance Painter. You don't have to run Substance Painter, but damn, just making spec maps and all the high image quality texturing easier. Because I did try to do it with PaintNet and GIMP, and I didn't really like it. So I went back and got my subscription to Substance Painter. That's another reason why I missed the mud and I put stuff out, and it took me a minute to get my R&D prices back there. For mod. 2, time consuming. Mine is a lot harder. It's not UDM no more. It's a full texturing system, meaning that every object now, which how they should have just did it in the first place versus going to UDM and then turn around and go back to the way it used to be. Every model, every big part on a mod can have multiple materials, and Giants are not developing system to where when you go to add a spec mount to one of the things, if it's the same spec mount, basically it doesn't just automatically populate on everything. So if I got an object, if I'm making a mod that's 1,000 pieces, I have to go in and put that spec map in 1,000 times. The sound consuming one used to just be one time. Everything material. So you see how much time? So just on that alone time. And now it's a hack to that. You don't have to. I should probably make a video on it. You don't have to do that. You can put it in once, and then whatever has, because many of your objects do have the same material. So like I may have a frame, but that frame is broken in between wing, gauge, and gauge wheels. So I got a frame, I got 2 wings, and a gauge wheel. If I don't do the hack, I gotta put that in wing, 2 wings, frame, 4 times with the white diffuse and all that. You know, I know it sounds like scientific shit, but it's that. I gotta put that in 4 times. But if I go into the open, I do put it in once, just on the frame itself, but everything else is labeled frame, collaborative paint, or painted metal black. Frame, I always name my stuff together, so when I put it on one, all I have to do is go into Notepad++. Once I put it on one thing, and I can just copy and paste the code that assigns that to it, and I don't have to go in the selector. I do it. It literally cuts the time back down to almost being putting in one time. But because you have to go on a Notepad to do that, it's still another time. It's just not the full time that it would normally take a person who didn't know it. So you got time consuming, and you know, and who don't want donations? You know who don't want to be supported, right? It's just that on that. But my thing is, you got people in this game where they don't have a job. This is their fucking job, making mods. So they make some mods. You know what I'm saying? They may make 2,000, 1,200. I think the highest I heard is a little past 5,000. You know, but and they don't have a job. They chilling, like they chilling at home. This is what they do all day, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. Honestly, it's the same thing as being a trader. You trade stocks. You wake up in the morning, trade your stocks, make your profit for the day, run your analysis for tomorrow, or the next play you've been watching. You know, maybe the next big thing that hit, make you a couple million. Then you get, you know, people back to doing what you're doing, and then you got a server you running where people copy your plays, and you teaching people how you make your plays. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. So my goal on Patreon is to be that person. I know I'm not trying to sit at home. Like I said, I'm not trying to make a boo-hoo shit ton of money. But my goal is that if I'm gonna put time into making mods, I'm gonna put time into teaching people how to do this. I do have a tier where I had a person who subscribed, and I literally walked them through how to make a mod, and he made his first one, and it, you know, he did good. You know, this is back in 22, but you know, now it'd be a little tougher. You really should charge more money. I also thinking about making a tier to where, you know, if you got a mod, you want a model. This is just model. You got a model that you want made, you want to take it from there, we do that. And it's a one-time thing. It's not a recurring payment. It's a one-time thing. I got some models of some stuff that I'm making. You know, every model got their private collection too. That's another thing that I'm taking. Like, some people make a lot of mods. You know, they got, oh, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. But you ain't gonna see how they're putting this game here, because you gotta have products, supply and demand. If I'm dropping the mod every month, but I can make 5 a month, then I'm cooking. Because I don't have to, technically, I don't need to make but 12 mods for the whole year. As long as I'm retaining, yeah, you're gonna have people that subscribe and unsubscribe. Yeah, it happens because this whole field and only hit 36%. I may have, let the game say, I may have, you know, 12. I'm putting y'all on game. I'm teaching y'all the shit. This is the reason why people don't like me in the community, because I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of people want to keep fake whole shit over people's head. I don't have that intention. When I started modding, I modded because nobody was making the things that I wanted in the game. I know we had 48 and 49. Okay, well, we're gonna go over there then. I shot the other compound on 31, and then bring it over to me. Yeah, but when I started modding because nobody was making the things that I wanted. So I started modding for myself. And then people convinced me, oh, bro, you need to release that. You need to release that. That's how all this got started. And I started doing stuff people saying couldn't be done. You know, figuring out, pushing the game to its max, breaking it, doing the stuff that Thunder does. So I wasn't scripted doing it. I was just doing it with what I knew you could do with XML. Granted, I'm a computer science major. Could I expand into Lua? Yeah, I just don't want to put that much time into being a. I didn't want to do it. Damn, it's a big ass video. Okay, courseplay. Run 2 harbors at the same time. But no, man. Please, Jamie. This map has a tendency of taking a little longer to load the GPS. But anyway, you know, I'm just giving a game, bro. And like, it's crazy. This is my whole. Let me end the conversation. That's my whole spill on Patreon. Yes, it's a necessity. If you're a modder, you have Patreon, but I think us as modders should work to make it more affordable for people, so that instead of $100 being only 4 people, $100 gets you like 10 people. If we can get it down to that price, and that price be the norm, where it's like $10, $15 versus $25, I think that people will thrive. Because even at $15, at 300 people, you still at $4,500, and it's still 54,000. That's somebody's job, a damn good job in this country. You know, and it's just 300 people out of 1 million. You know, we got kids, and also the art of subscription. There's a guy who he write books on real estate, and you know, he's done it for years. Every time some change, he write a new book on it, or he put some content on it. But to get that content, you got to be subscribed to his shit. His shit costs $3,000. He has 1 million subscribers. His shit costs $3 to be. He has 1 million subscribers. The goal is to overcome your price, which overwhelming amount of people. So if I do 3,000, if I do 3 times 1 million people, the man makes $3 million a month. At one point in time, he would. Now that has changed because YouTube came out. You know, people don't really go to seminars, and they can look on YouTube and find the same information out, right? So I think last time I heard somebody talk about the guy, he had like 158, did not take his price up, still 3. That's $474,000 a month. that in a year, he makes 5.6, basically $5.7 million. I'm not trying to turn this into a financial literacy class or anything like that, but it's not costing you an arm and a leg. It's $3. Because his whole thing was, when he charged $20, he'd be the first thing people cut. When it come time, money get low, and you know, you get to going through those subscriptions and shit, and you like, oh damn, I don't need to pay for that. What the fuck I'm paying for that for? It's not the first. People will cut their Netflix subscription before they cut his subscription, because Netflix is $27. See what I mean? See, Netflix is the epitome of, we don't give a fuck about the customer, we just gonna keep raising the price. Versus someone who like a Redbox or something, you can rent the booth for $7.99. You know, one-time fee. Like, I honestly feel like if Redbox had beat Netflix at the current model that Netflix has, Netflix, it would have been Redbox. Netflix never would have existed, and Redbox probably would have stayed around $10, $12 a month, even after the post COVID-19 pandemic numbers. I don't think it would have got to 27 then $40 goddamn dollars for damn movies, and the content would have still been just as good. But that's just what happened when you care for people that you typically want out again. That's why I didn't drop my prices to it. It's kind of like, I got enough people, you know, to make a decent amount of secondary income if I really want to look at it that way. But my overarching goal is to have more people, so the content is enjoyed by more people, but for a cheaper price. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why some of these models don't like me, but like, they just don't like me. And they only going off of shit they heard about me from the same people that I cut off for being assholes, gang. Like, just tell you, this game need a history book, man. Real shit. Wow, it's really not gonna load? Okay, here you start, here you start. Let's go get the other combine ready. But nah, that's just my 2 cents on it. Like, yeah, if 3 people, if you can get enough people interested in your price, anybody going over $25 for just the basic shit, even I still got a $5 support tier. You support me, and every now and then I will send you a link to some of the stuff that the people that's paying $20 for. It'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks after and a week before release, but you still get something to come with it. You still get to vote. Like, there's cheaper things to do, and I got dinner just as many goddamn $5 people as I do $25 people. You know, some people literally just want to send $5 to support. I don't a month. They don't mind doing that because you giving them your. This is a fun game. This is actually rated to be a stress relieving game. Literally, unless you're modern, then it's real stressful. But just play to just detox your day, and you know, especially on the farming side. I know farmers that come home farm and go wake up in the morning and farm all over again. It's just something cool to see. Like, damn, they can put that in a video game. Now, once that stigmatism's gone, when technology just at that point where we know, oh yeah, that's cool, but yeah, I figured I could do that. Then you're done. So if you ain't making FS, that's why I wouldn't quit my day job for this, because I guarantee you, unless you just that cold of a person when it comes to modding, and there's only a handful of people that damn cold, it's not worth it. You will lose in the end. So this is meant as a secondary income. Money that you take and can go invest, money that you take and you can, you know, move around, have capital to go do something you always want to do, another business move in real life. Do not treat this shit. If you, I'm telling you, all young people or people who want to come up and mod and get into this shit and think that people making boohoo money on Patreon, some of them are. Some of them are not. Do whatever you do. Do not get caught up in the hype. Do not get caught up in the hype, because everybody not gonna come in here making $5,000 and $7,000 a month. You got to, because marketing is still a part of this. If you don't market your shit good enough, ain't nobody gonna subscribe to you, bro. Like, you gotta market. I don't even do a good job at marketing. I did a better job at marketing my actual business in real life than I do FS. And FS is easy to market. You have so many groups with 20,000 people, so many groups with 30,000 people. it's so easy to go market your Patreon or your Discord or your YouTube channel. YouTube's another thing. I'm monetized on YouTube. I get paid for my videos. I think that's pretty damn cool. Do I put out enough content too? No. Why? Because it's not meant. It's just meant for me to just talk and express myself and get people get a chance to know me. Because what I found out was people talking shit about me and don't even know me. Like, bro, you would never met me a day in your life. You never had a conversation with me. So I'm more so like, let me start YouTubing. And at first I was like, this ain't gonna work. Then I started getting 10,000 views, 12,000 views, and I was like, God, man, people really like what I have to say. And I was like, maybe because I'm actually really a genuine person. Like, I don't have no alternative motives to this. Like, it's not a money Ponzi scheme for me. You know, this is actually just I enjoy playing the game just as much as I enjoy modding. I would take a whole. That's why as Patreon is kind of sucks for me because I will make enough mods to keep me happy for a little while. Oh shit, I cannot unfold the damn. I will make enough mods to keep me happy for a little while till I see something that really piques my interest and worth the pain of modeling and putting in game. You know, that's the type of thing. These fields that are not actually row crop planted, they're gonna suck to do for real because of how they're. I couldn't like that. Hey man, do what you do. Alright. Oh, somehow I stuck myself in a damn container. I need to hook one of these tractors up to the grain cart. I'm gonna take the deer here and hook it to the grain cart. But anyway, this is my moment to take on that, and that took a majority of the commentary I actually wanted to talk about. I forward just like 20 for the new Mustangs, and I plan to do mine, but yeah, I guess that'd be a conversation. I was on reason to just do this for an hour, but I ain't got nothing else going on today. It's worth my attention. Actually, I probably should be working on some mods. I should put the road in right here. I do not have my graphics card clocked at all. Like, this is just me just running the game. It may have jumped off. Oh, it didn't jump off. Thought it did. Yeah, but yeah, man. Again, if you're new to the channel, you know, new to the video, if you made it this far and watching and listen to me talk about different things we can talk about, you know, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, drop a comment, tell me how you feel about it. You know, I know there's a lot of customers because ultimately, once you make a Patreon, you don't have followers, do you? They have been converted to customers. A lot of customers who I know probably got some stuff to say. I am all ears. And I ain't ducking no smoke. None at all. And you wanna hop in my Discord, perfectly fine. And it's an open source environment, so have at it. is now cutting, so we good to go. I honestly don't understand why all this is open. I'm going. Yeah, no, I'm just not. It's up. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, this gonna get dissed up. Oh, this gonna get dissed up. This is just gonna be an island in the middle. Why is half of the land not even accessible to be planted? Yeah, we gonna plant all that. Oh, this gonna get planted. I might need like a little ring, like right here. We gonna plant all this. It's gonna be in cotton. Pretty much all our corn ground gonna be in cotton. A little bit of our soybean ground gonna be in cotton. Everything else will be. And I'm not gonna raise a lot of corn. I don't know. I've just grown not to like corn, and it's weird. But I've grown not to like it. I'm tripping. I'm looking for. So see, I had made an opening here to go to this field in the last game, and the last version of the map I was playing, but it's like he just got fields that lead to fields. Like if this ain't back home for me, like this is back home for me. Like this is typically how I go. This map looked like it was made to be owned entirely by one person. Let's see, we got cotton over here. And yeah, I remember last in a live stream I came in and pretty much killed all the headlands for cotton, so we don't have to worry about trying to turn around and all this stuff. Oh, my yard cut, guys. Cool. Anyway, we got this field of corn to do. This field of soybeans to do. See, the map itself is just so freaking big, bro. Like you got this, and it's not really any bad. The only thing I don't like is that some places he didn't put an active tree line, which I get it because it's really not a tree line. It's actually just another field. But hey, to him his own, so it doesn't take away from the map. It's like I didn't even see this field. I would have got this field. I like this field. See, it's a lot of nice looking little fields that you can play with on this map, you know. Like if I deem one of these fields too big and just super awkward that I don't like it, I guarantee I will sell it in a heartbeat and buy 2 more fields to replace the amount of acres I'm losing. Like I had owned all this at first. I had all this at first. I ended up getting this, which is just a big ass loop, which is cool. Let's see. We just jumping around, checking the terrain, the layout, and you know I might end up cutting the video and finishing corn and getting the soybeans, and then we'll resume back when cotton. I actually wanted this field. I wanted this field bad. I really did, and I was going. We got pivots now, so I can't wait to put the pivots in. The episode's gonna be fun. The episode's gonna be real fun. Put a pivot, let it circle all the way around. That'll be cool. We'll have 2. We'll have one here and one on the other side over there. Yep. It's like this field. This is a nice ass field. It's decent. And it's not flat. You got the valley that comes through here. You can tell water where the water runs. It's not too bad. I just had one gripe. He did that, but he didn't put terrace in. I would have loved to see a terrace run. Not terrace and terrace are 2 different things. I would not like to see a terrace run. I'd like to see a turret run, kind of like depicting what a hilltop is for water control, things of that nature. And he's the same guy who did it back in the day, so I know he's more than capable. This is a pretty nice size field that doesn't even take up the full boundary. I might end up not even keeping this field. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was cutting it, it was cool, but I don't really like it. honestly. See, I go to 33. Yeah, I might end up getting rid of that field. I keep this one. My cornfield. Look at that grand tank. Empty them up. So that's what the one here just bought a big combine to do corn with and knocked all the corn out in one go. Cause soybean field it better than that. I ain't even sprayed the soybeans. That's crazy. I don't like this. It's drop for me. See, like in real life, we would have ran in turns right here, and this would have been a hill, and that part would have been a bottom, and you would have ran your road straight up and down and ran your hill. How you ran your hill. Same thing for this field. You come in, you put a turns in here, probably connected by here, bottom out here, and all that'll be planted down, and you plant that straight across. Depending on how you want to run it. Sometimes we plant over our turns. Same thing for this field. You got your certain points where it'd be different, but this is Missouri, so Missouri is very much like this. That's why I give me the closer home field, because West Tennessee right there. So some of this spills over, just a little more flat, But you get into like Lauderdale County and closer to Mississippi, it looks like this, and it's hilly as hell. Until you get to the bottom, right there at the Mississippi River, then it just all this shit floods. It's flat land. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm done running around like man. He's only at 47%. Ain't even made a full loop around the field yet. That's crazy. So yeah, we'll just have both of these going. What I might do is just let them do their thing, and then in the next video, corn should be done because we only got one more cornfield. That's 18. 18 and 6. Our last cornfields. Everything else is cotton and soybeans. And to be fair, we do need a couple more fields, so I might actually go up there by 7 and 8. And I thought about getting 25, 24. In fact, let's just go travel to those fields real quick, and then I end the video because I take my puppy on the walk. He ain't that crying I am now. He ain't even locked up, man. So, all right. So, should we have 49? Is it 49? This yeah, which he's passed by now. Pretty decent, nice size field. What fields I said we was gonna buy? I know what them look like. That's more corn though. I ain't want no more corn. Basically, that's why we should.